I'm honestly so freaking nervous. It's my first date of 2025. I have a really good feeling about him, but my judgment is questionable sometimes, so we'll see. What a night. I don't know why this stuff happens to me.
When did dating become men versus women? Like, I thought it was supposed to be fun. I posted a video about how guys don't really come up to girls anymore in bars. 80% of the comments were like angry men, and they're angry at women. Most of all the men are saying that women have put men down so much for trying to talk to them or like calling them a creep, and they're just like, I'm not gonna go up to women anymore. And this comment especially, we will not be fluffing your egos, that just feels like you hate women.
I mean, maybe we do. No, we don't. But the tables have turned, gentlemen. Which, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be doing a summary about the last events. If you've been living under a rock and you haven't found out that dating sucks for both men and women, today we'll be doing a summary because so many men have started dismissing these women, getting so tired of dating, avoiding marriage, avoiding serious commitment, that it has become a talking point for women. Now they are stressing that, hey, maybe we overdid it. You know, with the hot girl summers and with using men, maybe we overdid it. So let's continue with this TikTok.
I don't know, like, flirting and going out, it's not that serious. It's a little scary that so many guys think this way when majority of my friends, who are all like normal 25-year-old women, none of us are putting guys down if they come up to us. If anything, we're like, oh my god, yay, but maybe he's just like not our type, or maybe, I don't know, there's something we learn about him that just doesn't fit what we're looking for. But in some way the narrative got twisted that they should almost like hate women. It's really fascinating.
I'm gonna stop her right there. Yeah, you see, I can't even trust you. When you say that you're a normal 25-year-old that has normal standards, I cannot trust you. You say, oh well, I have a type, I dismiss certain men because they don't fit that type, which is absolutely normal. Nobody's expecting these women to date every single man that approaches them. Women have always had standards and had dismissed a big part of men looking for what they are interested in. But you see, I cannot even trust you because the average woman nowadays, her quote-unquote type happens to be that 6 feet tall gigachad who is also a bad boy, you know? So are you a normal woman really? Or is your type that very small substruct of men who happens to be at the top?
That they should almost like hate women. It's really fascinating and it's like really worrying to me. But at the same time, I know a lot of guys that don't think like that, and it's TikTok and the internet, so I always take everything with a grain of salt. But how did that happen? Like, how did we get here?
That's a very good question. I hope you're asking genuinely. It's because we men are tired. We men are tired of women who provide nothing in return, yet expect the world. We men are tired of you dismissing good men and going for the bad ones. We are tired of how non-committed you are. You know? Picture this. Lady, I'm asking you. Would you apply for a job that nearly 60% of the times will kick you out? Because that's divorce, right? Relationships as well. It's mostly women leaving, mostly for nonsensical reasons. Would you apply for such a job? Would you feel safe in such a work environment? Or would you rather say, you know what, my finances are quite important, I rely on my job for my well-being in life, I don't want to apply for a job that has a 60% chance of kicking me out, you know? Would you want to have friends who have a 60% chance of backstabbing you? Or would you rather prefer to surround yourself with loyal friends who will be there with you regardless? So that's how we men feel. Not only is it extremely annoying and bad to date, coming from, you know, from the male perspective, but also, even if you somehow succeed in dating, yeah, you're probably just gonna get left behind. You're probably just gonna get backstabbed. Sorry, not interested. We're just not interested in such a bad deal. But gentlemen, this woman says, oh, why do men hate dating? Well, case in point, let's see if women hate dating, if they are put in the shoes of men. Let's take a look at this woman's first date on Hinge in the year 2025. Sorry, this was muted.
Oh god. is what I'm waiting for the date. I'm honestly so freaking nervous. It's my first date of 2025. I have a really good feeling about him, but my judgment is questionable sometimes, so we'll see. What a night. I don't know why this stuff happens to me. I was seeing that guy, as you saw in my previous video, went on a date with him, thought it went really well. He messaged me after saying, wow, I can't believe it was 3 hours without a date. It felt like only 30 minutes. And he was saying I could, watch the world. Oh, it just makes me cringe actually thinking of it. I could watch the world go by speaking to you for another 3 hours. So full of shit. Save your words. Save your words if you don't mean them. So basically, second time lucky. I've had this happen twice now in Abu Dhabi. Good old Georgie Porgy from the UK. So there was Irish and then there's English. And basically what happened was so we had the first date, and then he said to me that he wanted to catch up for a drink on a Saturday. And then he turned around and said, actually, I do apologize. My best friend and his missus hasn't seen me in a long time, so I'm going to go for a drink with them. And I was like, completely understandable, no worries. I go out with my girlfriends, have a good time. I turn around, I see him on a date with a girl. I don't see his mate come along. Like this missus, if it was the missus, she was there for a very long time. There was no man coming along.
Okay, stop it right there. First off,
It was.
you probably stalked him, alright? Don't tell me that you just went out in this huge metropolitan city and coincidentally he happened to be there. You absolutely did stalk him. She found out in some way where he's going. Maybe she asked him. I don't know how she found the location in which he's going, but she did stalk him, right? And second of, hey, what's the problem? You see, you have the first one, the first woman telling us, oh, it seems that men hate women. Why are men so mad? Just be normal, guys. Just enjoy dating. Well, I sense some resentment in this woman, What's the big deal? He just found something better. Maybe you weren't his type, Maybe he was looking for different things. Why do I sense resentment and aggression? Well, maybe because you don't like to be a second dish or a side dish, Maybe because you don't want to be played and fooled around. Well, it's the same for men. We don't like getting dismissed because you found someone who is slightly better than us, has maybe 1 inch taller, maybe a bit of a better jawline. We don't like getting dismissed all the time based on some bullcrap statistics that you value, It's the same, really. When it happens to women, they don't like it. But when it happens to men, oh, why are you so mad? Just enjoy dating, guys. Come on, just keep giving me your attention. It will be fine.
The missus, she was there for a very long time. There was no man coming along. And yeah, it was a date. Basically, men lie. I want to cry and laugh at the same time. I feel like people are so fake these days, and all he could have said was he's busy. He didn't have to make up a whole freaking story to say, oh, I can't because of XYZ. All he could have said was, I'm busy.
No, you see, he doesn't want to do that because he still wants to keep you around for a fun night occasionally. He's just using you for what you can provide. And he's learned from the best, which is women. Women are the ones who keep their options open, all the time. And will use you for attention, have a guy here and there for fun, the chads, then have these ones that pay the dinners, then have these other ones for attention. They're not interested in them. They're never going to give them anything, but they keep them there.
But the fact that he even lied, and then I see him on a date with another blonde girl, just makes me feel like there's no hope in our generation with dating. Hinge what are you doing to me? You've messed me up so much. And I see so many successful relationships through Hinge, and unfortunately I've got the bad end of it. So I don't even know how to comprehend it. Oh, I feel like, honestly, I know this is so dramatic to say, but I feel like I'm going to be single forever. I'm 28 this year. And I just meet men that just lie. And even he was like to me, I just want to let you know I am not a tosser. Again, save your words. Save your freaking words, because you are full of fucking shit. At this rate...
Whoa, 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 girl. Don't be mad. Take the first woman's advice. Just enjoy dating, you know? Don't stress about it. It's alright.
I'm gonna be a dog mom, and dogs just make me the happiest, so yeah. Anyway.
Here's to 2025. Cheers, 2025. Evidence loading.
So there's the guy just having fun, couldn't care less. It's true, guys. In dating, you have to be an asshole or you will suffer. You can't be Mr. Right. You can't show up to a date with good intentions, trying to just make a woman happy, or she will play you. You'll get played like 45 times until you become extremely cynical and give up altogether. And, you know, you can decide to not choose a side, but women initiated this, all right? You can choose to not take a side in this, let's call it war, but it's just a fact that women decided to go down this path, you know? Men were still the ones who wanted dating to be old-fashioned and be Mr. Right, and women were the ones who started using those Mr. Right men for their resources while sleeping up with Char, you know, and not providing anything in return for men being gentlemen and the like, you know. So men have wisened up, and we have started to leave dating behind, to walk away from committed relationships. And you see, guys, it's taken just a few years, and now women are starting to stress out. Oh, maybe we took it too far, you know, maybe we used men too much. But gentlemen, let's go to a last TikTok. Editor, you're ruining my flow by muting the videos.
Does anybody else think that the dating apps are the worst that they've ever been? So what I mean by that is, of course, the dating apps have always been very hit or miss, but I feel like the past year or two, or even 3 years, I would say really just kind of after the pandemic, the behavior on the dating apps has just honestly gotten so much worse. Now, of course, there's always been like bad apples on there, but I do think that the behavior as a whole has really just trended downward the past.
I'm going to stop you right there. Dating has been crap for more than 2-3 years. And you see, this is the problem. Men have been suffering in dating for more than 3 years. You didn't care back then, right? When men were complaining that all women are using them for their resources, when men were complaining that 90% of women on dating app were dating the same subtract of 10% of the top tier men, you didn't care about that. When men were complaining that they were being used on a daily basis for their resources, you know, and treated like side dishes, you didn't care back then. It's only now that men have started to play the game by your rules that you are having a problem. See, you didn't listen to us when we were complaining and telling you that this whole dating train is going to crash and is going to crap. You didn't care. You only care now that you have, now that they are starting to play you instead of you playing them, you know?
Past couple years, like with ghosting, with just playing a lot of games. I just feel like I've heard this from so many people, men and women. So if you guys are running into the same thing, let me know.
Yeah, well, as mentioned, women started this game, all right? That is just a fact. And I think now you're starting to reap the consequences of your own actions. You know, you reap what you sow, and it appears, gentlemen, that women have sowed absolute bullcrap on the dating world, in the dating world. And hey, now men have evolved to not be used for their resources, you know? Don't get me even started. I'm talking about dating. Don't even get me started on serious relationships and marriage and all that, which men are avoiding at all costs in the West. So yeah, we have made our point very clear. We're not interested. We're not interested in dating. We're not interested in getting our resources stolen. And we are less interested in a contract, an agreement that screws us up 70% of the cases, in which a woman leaves us for whatever nonsense. You know, just not interested. Sorry. Guys, let the chips fall where they may, and let's see what happens. The downfall of society is what's going to happen. The collapse of dating and human relationships and society altogether. But now, let's move on to article, guys. Guy I was talking to totally switched up after having S3X with me. I, 22 female, have been talking to this guy, 23 male, for a few months now. At the beginning of our talking stage, or whatever, I told him I don't do situationships, friends with benefits, one-night stands type of crap. I literally told him I'm looking for something serious, and he was okay with that, or so I thought. I also told him that one of my biggest fears when it comes to relationships is just being used for my body, since I was still a virgin. Wow, a 22-year-old virgin? Is it true, chat? Incredible. He was also so sweet. He bought me flowers, took me out to eat. He even brought me home and I met his entire family. It wasn't always perfect, but I thought it was leading somewhere, and he would ask me to be his girlfriend soon. And so we had S3X. Before becoming his girlfriend, you know. We had S3X for the first time when I was at his house. After that, it was like something switched. He started distancing himself. His texts are short and cold. He doesn't call me cute nicknames anymore, so no more cutie patootie for you. He just doesn't talk to me that much in general. I chalked it up to him being stressed because of his exams, but it's just too much of a change. Whenever we talk, he has snide remarks about me not knowing how to have S3X, and he made fun of me for being clueless and not knowing what to do. So he's an asshole, yeah. He knew that you are a virgin. Why would he make a remark that you know nothing about S3X? Of course you don't, you're a virgin. How would you know? You know, I don't know if this guy expects you to be like a professional hooker or something, but this guy doesn't strike me as being a nice guy. Now you will say, oh, he done, but he used to, you know, buy her flowers and all that. That's not enough. Like, a bad person can do that as well. What I'm meaning to say is that this woman had all the ways of getting to know this man, and she didn't. I'll frame it another way, guys. If this woman's father had to choose a man for her, he probably would have evaluated this guy and decided that he's not enough. You know, that the fact that he bought you flowers doesn't cut him out to be the right person for you. And if it was up to her father, or some brother maybe, or her mother, they wouldn't have chosen this guy, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure the red flags were there, you know? He has also said some things that make me see him in a different light, like how women with little to no boobs are not attractive and are therefore not real women. Again, the red flags were probably there all the time. And that if his wife would lose her breasts due to, I can't say this word, but a serious illness, he wouldn't find her attractive, and they will have to get a divorce because he will be thinking about other women while having S3X. I mean, this man is just a pig, you know? Which, again, guys, she got fooled, right, by him buying her flowers and taking her out to eat. Look, you probably didn't look at all the bright red flags that were there. This hurt me a lot because what kind of a person says those things? Yeah, a pig is a person that says those things. And you decided to have S3X with that pig. I'm starting to feel dirty, like I was just a challenge for him. My sisters tell me to tell him that we are done, and I do want to do that, but I'm so scared of being alone. Should I talk to him about it, or should I just stop all contact? Madam, you should stop all contact. This man is clearly a pig and a bad person, but, you know, you've already wasted your body. You've already, as my internet guys is constantly, I'm losing signal. I don't know why. Maybe they're trying to, you know, a disruption in communication can only mean one thing: invasion. But anyways, we're gonna end the video on this thought. You already gave your body away to this pig, you know, which is sad. And I can see this woman tried. She really tried to, you know, keep her body and all that. And I appreciate that you tried, sister, but you still ended up in square one. You still ended up doing what all the other women do, you know. You could have saved your body, at least for being in a relationship, but you didn't. You had S3X with him before being in a relationship. We don't know what time has went on since they started talking to when they, you know, had S3X, but I'm presuming not a lot. This man doesn't seem as someone who is extremely hard to figure out. You know, like a person who says that he would divorce her wife if she got cancer. I don't think that is a nice person, you know, and I don't think it's extremely hard to figure out he isn't. So yeah, you just gave your body away to a pig. Congratulations. But gentlemen, let me know what you think. Let me know your opinions down below. Please like and subscribe if you want this content to reach more men, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one, boys.